Greetings and welcome to our January full moon gathering and the first event of 2026. I'm Alexis Batty, coming to you live from the Gray House Library tonight. How's everyone feeling out there? Okay, very good. Tonight's full moon invites us into our theme of the month, creating the life you love. It's a moment to pause, reflect, and gently set intentions for the year ahead. Because we're gathered in a more intimate way this evening, there is an opportunity for all of us to slow down, listen closely, and really feel what's calling us forward. So if you're in the room with us tonight or tuning in from the World Wide Web, we are so grateful
gathering and accelerating their own creative lives, but also visioning with us this idea of building a chapel.
But I know, but that is in the show. But I wanted to ask you, why the full moon? Why the full moon? What's the full moon? What's the significance of the full moon? Yeah.
Well, I think that for all of us, we have a personal relationship with the moon. I think that it's our cosmic friend that we can relate to because it doesn't burn our eyes out to look at it. Okay? I mean, I would be a lot friendlier to the sun and stare at it all fucking day, but it will blind you. So, you know, you don't always go out, look up at the sun and say, hey, looks so bright. God, I love you.
Except
you
that
know?
we do that every morning.
I kind of do that.
We
yeah.
kind of go
we
out.
We do go.
They say it's really good for you to let the sunlight, the earliest that you get up, which isn't very early for us, but the earliest sunlight to get into your eyes in the morning is a good thing.
On your naked body
We do
is
that
what
too.
Rick
I was gonna
Rubin
say, yeah.
recommends.
Oh, yeah.
And we, yes,
If you can, if you have a place where you can do that,
definitely.
and not,
Yeah, not everywhere.
Yeah. Cold is good. But anyway, so the full moon is not only our friend.
Right. It is, of course, it's a mirror of a greater light. And metaphorically, you can't find a better thing, you know. Our soul, which is so in resonance, it's, you know, according to Plato, it's a sphere. And a luminous sphere, you know, that is right there and that we connect with. It's our cosmic friend that changes all the time, you know, and so it mirrors the dynamism that we feel and the changes that we see, you know, and it is classically a way that people have gathered over the millennia. It's the brightest night, you know, you can navigate, you can walk the trails or something, and find each other to build a little fire and to meet, to gather, to find the others, to connect with a community. And because this is a church, this is an art church, a church that celebrates the creative spirit that goes through all sacred traditions, and none in particular as well.
Can I say that I think that the moon is, I like to say, and so do you, that the moon is a reflection of a greater light. It isn't shining of its own. It is reflecting the light of the sun onto us, as we are reflections in a metaphorical way.
Absolutely.
Of a greater light.
100%.
And sacred mirrors.
Yes.
It's a sacred mirror. It's like a mirror. It bounces off and it comes to us and we can see it. And so it both has that property of being the reflection of the greater light, but it also, the sacred mirror aspect of it is very, very true to what
absolutely,
you know, why you painted the sacred mirrors and why we created this place.
Yes.
So in any case, it is a very special moment in time, and that is that it is the 287th. So what we do is, and you know what, maybe we could sit down now, because I have that on the screen. So let's just do that.
Okay.
Were you ready? Alexa, you
Why,
ready?
sure.
Alexa's going to move a little table out here. She's being so discreet. Look at her.
Yeah.
Alex, would you move as close as you can to me? I want you to be closer if you can. There you go, baby. Oh, and I got my little. Now this was my grandmother needle pointed this stool. I've never said that to anybody, especially on camera, but I put it here every time we sit in these chairs. And we did do this full moon ceremony here for 14 years until we opened
Entheon opened
Yeah.
June 3rd, 2023. So it took like 20 years basically to get to the opening from the first full moon, because we had no idea how it was going to come about. The shaman had just said, let's gather, let's start a full moon thing. We didn't even invite anyone else yet, We just were meeting at a kind of a prayer group, and then it launched.
Well,
And
Alex,
here we are.
Would you like me to read the New Year's blessing?
I think
To open?
that's such a great
Let's just do
idea.
that now. Let's
Okay.
just everybody, just go inside and New Year blessing. Thank you, Great Spirit, for bringing the CoSM community together on this first full moon of the new year. Eternal gratitude to the Infinite One alive in each of us, flowing through all dimensions, manifesting our bodies, minds, and creative consciousness. May the Creator bless everyone with good health, emotional strength, mental clarity, and prosperity in 2026. Almighty, open our mystic eye, recharge us with infinite love, and reveal how each of us may be of service this year. Align us with the highest good, inspiring brilliant new ways of expressing our soul's deepest gifts for the benefit of all beings. Amen.
Amen.
So we need to have a fire tender. Who's the fire tender? Thank you.
Okay.
Somebody.
Well,
We need more logs.
So this number 8, though, we haven't really talked about, because that's a great number. I mean, just talking numbers.
Yes, because 287, when you add them up, you get 8. So this is an 8. Tonight is an 8.
Wait. Yes. it is.
Granted, there's only 9 different kinds of nights that you can have here. But it is an 8 tonight, and an 8 means eternity. It's like the infinity
yeah.
band on its side. It also has a feminine and
Absolutely.
fertility quality, because
Great.
if you stand it
Yeah.
up, it's like a female,
Yes.
supposedly. A little more like a snowman, if you ask me. But it is. I'd love to tell people that it's also and its significance is money, prosperity, something about money. But because now I don't know why Chinese use the number 8 as the significance of money, but they started Chinatown in Brooklyn on 8th Avenue and 8th Street, and that was and 88th Street, and that's very, very conscious decision. This is what I heard, living in Brooklyn for 40-some years as we have. So I've heard that. But anyway, 8, if that has any significance to you or your life and the good prosperity that you intend, I hope that will work for you. And we're gonna go to the next slide. Oh, I have this slide here.
Actually, you do.
I do. There we go. So this is what Alex was talking about. Alex Stark was our Peruvian-American Yale architect shaman who came into our life and he built a little model for us of the sacred music. He loved the idea of it, and he's a fantastic shaman. If you need your land to be geomanced, he's the guy. But anyway, CoSM Prayer Committee. He started the CoSM Prayer Committee in our home. There we are, January of 2003, and that is 23 years ago. We're talking about 23 years of unbroken chain of full moons. We had to move in between a couple of times. We never missed a full moon. So that's how committed we are to it. And when you show that kind of commitment to the divine, you end up with a place in New York City. For 5 years, we had New York City CoSM. It was our living brochure. It was kind of like what we wanted to do, but it was on 27th Street. And we wanted to have a more natural and tranquil environment.
Yeah, it was a rented space, and we understood, it was a risk. And building it out for $250,000 for us, that was extravagant and crazy, and it was everything we had. But people came, and it kind of built up, and we did get to present it to a number of people and just say, this is kind of what we want to do, but we want to do it at a place, and we don't know where that place is.
Let me just say that we had so much help
Yeah.
Everybody came and wanted to do it. That's how we did it. Was gathering
wild.
a community. The community exceeded the amount of, we had 12,000 square feet. The community exceeded the amount of space that we had in no time, and it's done that same thing since we moved here. But there we are. We moved here to the Hudson Valley. Full moons began September 2009. Okay, so there we are, already projecting lasers in the trees and having full moon ceremonies like crazy. You've got to come back.
We're here!
You got to come back when the fire happens, but it's not going to happen in February. We'll have a cozy again probably, and March, vernal equinox is going to be big. We'll bring the fire back for the rest of the year. But so this is why we came together. Okay, I'm going to let you talk in a second, but I was just going to say, this is why we came together, was really to. Well, it was our mission. But what was Entheon? Entheon.
Well, it was a name that I'd been thinking about since some time ago. Since I heard the word, entheogen, from Hoffman and Ruck, a classics professor, and Jonathan Ott. They thought they needed a new term for psychedelics, and that was more oriented toward spirituality somehow. So I don't think it ever took hold really that much, and I'm not like saying we must say that.
We had Entheon Village.
Yes, we
Entheon
did.
Village was our village at Burning Man that we shared with maps, and we had entheocentric salons every month on
did.
27th Street.
So
That's
we
what
used the
so
word.
Entheo was part
Yeah.
of
Yeah, we used the
Entheon.
word because it did relate to our relationship with these substances, which was
place to
sacred.
experience the divine within. Theo is about God, and Theo is the nth degree too. So here we have. This is what we're visioning into being. Okay, I just want you to know that we have this theory that if you put things in front of others and you want it and it's a beautiful idea, that we could all, it's possible for us to actually vision something into being. So even any way that you can, embed this image in your mind. We also have cards so that you can put it on your altar. Believe me, we want everybody to see this because this is what we want our temple to look like. And we have, we'll move forward. Let's see what we have next.
Yeah, just to say that this is a building that is made of 30 faces. So it's one continuous head, basically, is the idea that's interconnected. And each of these faces represents a different spiritual path.
And they got dragons on the roof, and the roof's all eyes, so that when the aliens come flying over, they can see, come here. We even have a landing pad in back. If you have to go back to the patio and see it.
That's right. And there's an evolutionary kind of frieze there, and then the welcoming doors and the steeplehead. So we've got the doors and the steeplehead, but there's a lot of other stuff to get done.
We're getting all that information now, but this door is so. It's an example of how we started building this place from the inside out. We actually had the doors carved before we had CoSM here. We were in the city actually, but we didn't know where we were going to be. And we were already
we had
carving
faith
doors.
we'd be somewhere, though.
We knew we were going to need doors,
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the
They're
mission.
bronze, though. We had to have them cast because you can't have wooden doors in a public building in New York. So we had to have them cast in bronze and made into, like regulation metal doors. It was big. It was a big project, and they're 800 pounds a piece. And they were originally carved by, in Bali.
Yeah, you can see the mushrooms at the bottom there, and then a kind of tree of life that goes into the DNA, and it's basically the classic archetypal male and female that are creating a better world.
Coming together in oneness
Yeah.
to create a better world, yeah.
And there's all the fruits of the tree. There are different wisdom paths.
I just want you to know that Alex and I went to Bali with a suitcase that had a tissue in it. It's like, it's like files, computers, forget about it. No, it had a tissue that was folded 8 by 8 feet. And we went and auditioned sculptors for this. And that's how. We wanted to find somebody who could sculpt like Alex draws.
Way-in. He was awesome.
Way-in was amazing.
Yeah, he worked for 2 years on those doors, and which are also on display there in Entheon.
But I also want to credit Ryan Tottle, who was a 2-time Oscar award-winning animator and sculptor.
He worked on the first Zootopia and won an Oscar for it.
And Frozen.
Yeah. He's the guy that did the sculpting with me. I designed it, and I said, I want it like this, you know, but then he, like, made it realized. So, and he would not, for 2 years, we worked on this, while in the midst of, like, Frozen, which he also worked on and won an Oscar for. And Zootopia. So he was working on those, but he was doing this in his spare time. So
and it will have
Ryan
sacred
Tottle,
mirrors on it.
He's an amazing, amazing sculptor.
You can be sure it'll have sacred mirrors. I mean, it'll have secret writing on it, because secret writing, in case you don't know, is my art. It represents to me, just briefly, a symbol of my opening to the divine. Going just like a huge transformation in my young life, where I went from being not a spiritual person at all to being, like looking for a place to meditate. So that was like my experience on LSD of secret writing. Did that. After 3 years of already experiencing it, it finally evolved into a spiritual life. So a lot of people have come here because LSD or some other path, any path, has turned their life into a spiritual life, and that's one of the things that is represented here. The steeplehead was visioned into being. We created little steepleheads, and hundreds of people probably have them, and people funded the steeplehead. So it's 9 feet tall.
Yeah. Next slide.
Okay, there it is.
So yeah. So it is 9 feet tall, and you can stand on the chins. You like put your feet on the chins and look out the window. It's like a long drop, so it's not safe yet to do it.
It's the only penetrations
really
of the building.
Cool. Yeah, that's right. Those are the only windows in the whole building.
It's a temple.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the back, and of course it doesn't show the new patio, which has the landing pad on it. But these are the 2 other sculptures that were funded. Was the soul birds, so they're 9 feet tall, and they're back there. You got to get into Entheon and get somebody to show you the patio from the
right. Just open the door there.
You can walk around the building and see them. We'll start using the patio in the summertime. But this is the way we're going to do it, and we are getting all of the engineering drawings done. And they're all coming in. And the estimates are coming in now. We have 2 out of 3 estimates. We're not going to spill the beans so much until we get all 3 of them. And we're looking for ways to cut back, because it's a huge project, obviously. Well, our idea was to create something bigger than ourselves. And then, share it with people. And so I think that's what we really want to do. It's bigger than all of us.
Well, I want to encourage everybody to think outrageously.
I do too.
Look, this was outrageous. 23 years ago, we were sitting in another living room, not knowing how we were going to ever manifest anything, but we were meeting on the full moon. So there's magic afoot.
Well, if you want to
know, when you make a declaration of something you want to do. So any creative idea that you guys have, same thing.
Thank you. That's why it's creating a life you love. I mean, it is. This is the story. So anyway, here are the engineering drawings so far. Look at that. They actually have it sort of panelized so that, it's possible for people to fund a dragon, or get together with a consortium of people to fund a corner angel or a face. See, that's what we're up to. We're going to try to see if we could, who knows how it's going to happen, but I think it'll happen with a community. We were told we could that building a temple, which was a vision that we had together, was the work of a community, and this has been an incredible journey. So here's the way the steel looks. on the place. Can you imagine that? They're going to put steel on there, and they're going to hang the different panels on there, and it's like a layering sort of a thing. And then there is the back, without the patio showing, but basically that's the back. So this is it. So do you have your crib sheet?
Oh, yeah.
Here it is right here.
Okay. One of the cool things, this idea for Entheon came like, I don't know, 2011 or something like that. I thought, it's just one head, and it was already called Entheon, but then like a couple of years ago, I found this incredible quote by Plotinus that was like describing Entheon and what the whole thing means better than I could describe it. But since we look towards the outside, away from the point at which we are all joined together, we're unaware of the fact that we are one. We are like faces turned toward the outside but attached on the inside to one single head. If we could turn around, then all at once we would see God, ourselves, the all. And I just love that. Just metaphorically, it's the infinite one that we all are. That we, so as a building, it's like a metaphor, but it's also the idea of a being. The one on top is the people of the four directions coming together in visionary oneness. And then it's that manifestation is in all the different cultural expressions of spirit. Now, Allyson advised me to read a poem, which I'm slightly reluctant to do, but we said we might share it. It was shortly after we found this property, I started to, and was doing no substances at all and clean for a couple of years, strangely enough.
We did it as an austerity.
An
to try to
austerity.
get here. This
Yeah.
is what it was, really.
Exactly.
It wasn't
We
ever
said-
meant to be forever, but it was just like,
God, we want this property so bad, we'll stop taking all the drugs.
we went raw.
Okay.
We were
Yeah.
raw foodists for 2 years.
Yeah, and we'll clean it up. It's like take as long as. But we didn't think it'd take 18 months. Oh my God! Yeah. Now it was long, but it was like wow. Thank you.
They didn't know if they wanted us here, and they
That's
decided
true.
to choose us, and we feel very honored. But Alex used to wake up, and still does from time to time, in the middle of the night, like 3 o'clock in the morning, and has a download. And I will say, I'm lying right there, and I will testify that he has a download. He has to, and it comes as a, I don't know, it comes like this, and he's going to read it to you, and it is what Alex calls the voice of, what do you call it?
The voice of dawn.
The voice of dawn.
Yeah. So this is it. Come build with me. This is not my voice. This is the voice I heard, okay? That's what I want you to know. It's not, anyway. The voice at dawn said, we have an opportunity to build something extraordinary together. I'm the architect of reality. You are my builders. I will work with you when called to solve a problem you cannot. And my voice said, how do we raise the funds to build the chapel and attendant buildings? Continue to go to the people who care. Tell them, I have asked you to ask them. There are many souls planted into your life who have the means to help. They know who they are. They will step forward if you continue to ask. It is not you asking, it is me, the architect of reality. I'm the voice of space, the body of time. I'm the foreigner's God and the glint in your best friend's eye. I formed the arches in the dome of heaven. I laid the foundation of the elements. I raised the walls of the mountains. I am the master builder, the shaper of your thoughts, and the sun that fuels them. I sculpt all creatures. I paint all colors of all surfaces. I am the artist of all creation, and I'm calling to you now. Build me a temple out of heaven and earth, in honor of all paths to spirit, for all beings to worship in. Move the material world into the shapes and formations for which I provide guidance. The temple will help purify the elements through prayer stations with prayer wheels. The temple will display symbols of macro and microcosm, placing humanity in the web of life into proper relationship with the cosmos. The effect of entering the temple will erase much negative karma through programmed crystal magnetics and the lodestone of the Black Madonna of space, in a chamber for the extraction of deep-seated negativities and illnesses of all diseases. The healing energy of Christ has been stored in the heart of the land and is waiting to be released. Holy fire will kindle the love to uplift a suffering world. Behold, I make all things new. You will see. Miracles await. We will work together and solve every challenge. Do this with me, and people will be served and saved and turn to goodness by the example we provide. Work with sacred brothers and sisters. They see you are mine and will do my bidding, even though it may seem to go against your self-interest. Life is a test. You grade yourself. And God is the only answer. Come build with me. So you see the problems, but also, you know.
Well, it
That's
says something about the motivation, and I think that's really, I mean, it's profound to me. I saw it, you know, in a vision when we were on MDMA together. We saw the temple, and anyway, this is why we're here. So let's move on to talk about creating a life you love.
Yeah, so hopefully.
Oh, wait, there's one more slide before that.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
just show this
Yeah,
one
sure.
thing to you. This is the news. Oh, no, there's more than that. There's the projections, and when we come back in March, we'll have projections. So if you want to think about the vernal equinox and spending it with us here, we will have the whole building will kind of look like this. And this is what we have now. How many people have been through the Entheon exhibit already? Good. Well, you know, you should do it, and if you haven't done it yet, you'll come back. It's actually, it might be open. Is it open for like an hour tonight? No more tonight. So yes, it's got regular hours, and we're so love for you to come. So we call this the call to action. This is like, if we don't put the sculptures on the building, it looks like this. And this is what we have. And guess what? It's wonderful. We're here now. We're closer than we've ever been. Okay?
We were in a living room 20 years before that.
Well,
you
this
know,
is a living room.
without a place, you know.
This
like
is a living room, and it's cozy as hell. And I'm so glad we have it. You know,
It's amazing.
It's cozy as heaven, actually. But anyway, so what we really want is this, because the inevitable consequence of love is the building of a temple. This is something I think that we also heard, or Alex heard. The inevitable consequence of love is the building of a temple. It's not just the love of two people. That Alex and I have been together for 50 years. This is our 50th year. And yeah, well, it wasn't. It was last year, 25. It was 75 to 25. So we're working on our 51st year. But in any case, and our 23rd year of giving full moon ceremonies. So, yeah. And when you do that, you have a lot of friends. And when you have a lot of friends, you want to have a lot of times when you can see your friends. So you give a party every month. And that's what we do. We don't call it that. We call it a celebration, because it's a celebration of you and all of our friends that are out there in the world peeking in and wondering when they're going to make it here next, because they're all our future members. If you're not a member, you're a future member. So please be a member of CoSM. That's what we wish. That's one of the things that you can do if you want to, you know, like go to the next level, let's say. But building of a temple is to have everybody be together. See, we need that so that we can, have a special moment together. And that's why you have a temple. So there you go. This is what is next on our challenge list. We are purchasing almost 2 acres adjacent to us across the road that we've been renting for 14 years, and it will be ours. But it's not easy, It costs $300,000. Where do you find that? Just in your pocket. Alex and I, by the way, did not grow up rich, so parents had nothing to do with this. We have had all the help that we needed. Alex and I are
Sold
volunteers.
posters, and prints, and a variety of things.
Yeah.
Blankets, exactly.
Sculptures.
There
They're
you go.
such sculptures.
You know,
Anyway,
it's kind of
we want
art.
everybody to play, and this is the way we play. Build a temple together, and we want you to leave a legacy with us. This is something that you had something to do with. And show it to your children and your grandchildren. I hope that I hope to God, I hope to the Almighty, the Creator, that it actually occurs in my lifetime. I think it will occur. So creating a life you love, the creating a life that you love.
Yeah.
The life. Okay, so how do you do that?
Okay. Well, look, you could consider your life, your presentation, everything as the ultimate work of art. What if, you could think like that, that it's like, and because you're the author of your thoughts, right? It's like, get into the idea that everything's a creation, and your life is like your creation. So to live the life you love.
Say it, don't
Okay.
start over. Really?
All
really.
right.
You could do
You're
the whole
right.
thing as a comedy if you wanted to.
No, you're right.
But I don't want to make
Yeah.
fun of something that I feel
No, it's
so profoundly
important.
about.
I know.
You want to make everyone laugh, and
Yeah.
everyone loves to laugh.
Well,
But really, folks,
to live the life you love the life you have, and imagine a future that draws you forward.
that's the bottom line.
It's like loving the life you have is like you're backing up into the consciousness that you are. Like, back away from all the obstacles and all the, torment and everything for a moment, and just see the stage it's happening on, of your own free consciousness and creative will. Don't think you're stuck. Imagine the ways that you uniquely can conceive of possibilities, or open your mind to the call of spirit, however it's calling you. Because it always is.
So I don't want to break the spell of the moment, which is so delicious. I just want to tell you that this is a workshop if you make it that. You are all welcome at this moment. This is logistical. You are all welcome at this moment to pull out your phones if you have if you have notes on there that you can take notes, or if you have a piece of paper and a pencil. We won't mind if you shuffle around and find it. You will want to write. There may be things because I'm seeing people take their phones out, and I just wanted to acknowledge that and say this is a time when you can do that if you want to. We give this. It's like, anyway.
When you hear neuroscientists saying that everything we experience is a figment of our imagination, that is really, it puts the authorship and the responsibility for your own imagining the story of your life and how you conceive of reality even, At least it gives you a bit more agency and maybe some compassion. We're all in our imaginal worlds, as well as in navigating as well as we can in the dimensions we meet in. And in that dimension, we come up against these wonderful teachings and also the suffering of the world. You know, I mean, to acknowledge that life is perpetual unsatisfactoriness, as the
Dalai Lama
Lama
says,
was trying to clarify what is this concept of suffering, you know, because they call it dukkha, you know, and it's more like, you know, it's okay, but, you know. So it's always the irritation of
But
life.
Rosanna Dana would say, it's always something. It's, you don't have an itch over here, you got an ache over there. It's always something.
Right. But that's number two, because you want it to be another way than it is, you know. And so it's like you're attached to it being, you know, more comfortable or more, you know, more the way you want it, you know. And so then, you know, number three, there's a way to end suffering and attachment. Really? Now I'm interested. Okay. The Noble Eightfold Path.
Means to end suffering is the Eightfold Path. Let's go there.
Okay. Well, so if the Eightfold Path, you know, it's great to remember it because it begins with the right way you see things. You know, it's like your worldview. Like, are you imagining that we're all connected? Good. You know, unity. Okay. You know, now you're seeing the one, the infinite one that we are. So if you just come from that connection, then it will help birth the right intention. It will come out of that understanding of our unity. And so then the right speech, that is, you know, now you're going to put that intention that you have that's come from the ground of your being and into the world. How's it going to sound? How are you going to articulate that intention? And then that could result in the next thing, the action that you take, you know, and that could lead to the right livelihood.
We've all heard of that. Right livelihood. Doing something that you actually are not ashamed of. You know, say proud is it got its own meanings, you know, but yeah. So that's right livelihood. Right effort comes out of that. When you're at your job, are you giving it the right effort?
Right. Are you putting your heart into it? Or
you're just halfway there, you know. How and then there's right mindfulness. Mindfulness.
Right. You don't want to just be forceful. You have to like get observation of how you're approaching.
Well, when I think of mindfulness, one of the easy ways I think of what does that actually mean is remembering where you are and what you're supposed to be doing, or how you're supposed to be behaving, or how you're, you know, that thing. It's like having your sense of the moment, right? Mindfulness. Yeah. Right. Concentration comes next. You do have to concentrate to get to that. You know, your mind wanders all around. So, but
it might be finding the right kind of meditation.
That's right.
As well.
Right, meditation.
To help
they
keep
use that
you.
alternately.
Mm-hmm.
But let me just say before you change it that one practice that some people do that is useful if they're interested in the Eightfold Path, which really designates all the areas of your life that you want to be intentional about, or practice that you want to practice, is you choose one. Alex has as a practice where he gets these he finds stones that are kind of pointed at the end a little bit, more like an arrow. And then he arranges them in an 8 circle, you know, an octagonal kind of circle. And he will say each one as he places them. The birds and the squirrels come and mess it all up. So you always have to do it, and you have to keep doing it every day. It's right on our porch. And so, it's his way of remembering. And each time you say a thing like right view, you think of what does that mean? And then right intention and onward. So anyway, it is a way, and choosing one in a day, like, okay, today I'm gonna be thinking about right speech. I'm not gonna, it's the first of the agreements. The 4 agreements is to be impeccable with your word. So anyway, thinking about whatever that means. But anyway, that is up to you. But it's something that you can use in creating life you love.
Right. I think of it in a way like if you're an artist, it's like think of the intention, think of the worldview, all the things that come before it gets out onto the canvas.
Okay, here we go. So, tools for creating the life you love. Love what is. Take responsibility for your life. Vision a future that draws you forward with passion. I just want to say Love What Is the name of a book by Byron Katie. And I recommend it. I wholeheartedly, 100% recommend it. It's a brilliant book. I think it's so easy to read, such an enjoyment, because she basically is interviewing people, about what it is that they love, and love what is. Yeah. So, what is a misogi? Do you want to do what is a misogi?
Okay. This is a cool thing. A lot of people have heard about it now, but the idea of the misogi being a kind of a big thing for the year, a choice of like a challenge, and so the Shinto practice of ritual purification of the body, mind, and spirit by standing in ice-cold waterfalls. Now, ice baths have shown tremendous benefit. This guy's doing fire walking now, I guess.
Yes, we did fire walking too. We did fire walking and we do ice baths.
The term has evolved to refer to a personal quest or an annual seemingly impossible challenge. The challenge could be physical or like preparing for a marathon. Challenge could be mental, like learning a new language or a musical instrument, or it could be spiritual. Yeah. So
you
think about
so you
it,
come up with the misogi. So some of the ideas we were offering were, for instance, have a solo gallery exhibition this year. Write a book and have it published this year. Lose 25 pounds this year. I don't know. Some of us want to do some of those kinds of things, or in the area of those things, and many, many other challenges you can dream up for yourself. Reimagining your life. So we're gonna go through this, and if anything pops up, you make a note, of what it is. So we're gonna go through reimagining your life, relationship with self and spirit, relationship with career, relationship with creative life, relationship with the environment, relationship with where and how you live, relationship with the world. You want to take a minute? Let's just stare at it, and we'll play some music. TJ, do you have a little musical interlude for us? Just put something on and just stare at that for just 1 second for yourself. It's something to think about. It's not something to just know right now, but it's nice to. Okay, reimagine your life, your relationship with community, your relationship with your partner, your relationship with family. How's the family? Relationship with parents, relationship with children. So we have all these areas, and there's some areas we might think we'd like to work on this year. And just take a minute. There we go. We're human, you know. We're flawed, but we also are here because we want to have the best life possible, you know. So it's a goal. It's a good thing to want, and I hope that, you know, when you're walking around tonight, that you can actually have some conversations with people that you've never met before about some of these areas of your life that you're working on, and testify. You know, it really helps to share with a supportive community. It's kind of like why you have a church, is so that you have people who are really on your side. And you know, the best things about a church would be, you know, like community, where the people really want what you want. So we want what you want.
Yes. And one of the people that we were greatly inspired by was this fellow, Albert Schweitzer. I came across Albert because a friend introduced his organ works.
That's right.
And I used to love, you know, his performances. And so I had recordings of these really old, you know, like from the
LPs,
30s or
box
something
sets.
like that,
Yeah.
you know. And so bought several copies over the years. But I started to learn about him, and he was a remarkable, amazing person. He was like a Bach scholar. So Johann Sebastian Bach was his, you know, like thing. And he was like, and he played the organ, you know. So like, it was, wow, it was like church or something, you know. And so the thing was he was this Bach scholar up until like in his 30s, and he basically said like, okay, God, you know, like, you've been so sweet to me. You would like to give my life to you, and like, what would you like me to do? You know, and it's like, you know, what he heard was become a physician, you know, like a healer. And so, okay, so he put himself through medical school, and then it's like, okay, now what? You know? And God said, find the poorest place you can who doesn't have a doctor around, and see if you can be some help there.
Yeah.
Basically. And so, and really, the guy was a philosopher. And what he was searching for was a universal ethics, a universal kind of morality. And he found it one day, like on safari, when he evidently saw a hippo come out of the water, you know, and it like astonished him. And he felt like, what everyone needs to discover is their own reverence for life. And not just for their life or their kids or something like that. It could extend from there, you know, but a sense of that kind of open-heartedness, you know, to all beings. And
there he is in Africa with the babies, and he set up a clinic, and he was on the cover of Time magazine. But I have to say, you know, he had gotten so much out of his life. He was so grateful. This is why he was that way, because he had derived so much happiness and pleasure. How could he give it back? And He was an amazing human, great musician too.
Well,
Got us into classical music.
and his point about living the life you love was that the ones among you that will be really happy are the ones who have sought and found how to serve. So a life of service in some form was what he thought was really had brought him true joy.
Well, and we, came together in our spiritual, epiphany and thought, what can two artists do? What can artists do in creative people do? And I, there's a lot of ways you can go, but I think doing the best that you can do would be to build a sculpted building and share it with an enduring community. Well, CoSM's mission.
I agree.
Well, that's what we decided. And but the CoSM's mission is to build an enduring sanctuary of visionary art to uplift a global community. That's but the uplifting of the global community is absolutely essential to it all. You can't do it without people. So it's bringing together people as bodhisattvas.
Well, looking at these models, like as some genius like Schweitzer, but the whole model of the bodhisattva is remarkable because the being themselves, nature is enlightenment, and so here we have this archetypal bodhisattva, Avalokitesvara, with 11 heads and 1,000 arms, and it is a representation of compassion, but it's like a kind of compassion that understands what the need is and will provide it, and that's what all the hands are reaching out to help.
A bodhisattva is a being, a sattva, whose nature is enlightenment. So, yeah.
And so now it's like you are filled with this intention to bring enlightenment to the world or to bring benefit to the world.
It's an incredible
Aspiration.
aspiration, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Dalai Lama said, "We can never obtain peace in the outer world until we make peace with ourselves. The greatest obstacles to inner peace are disturbing emotions such as anger and attachment, fear and suspicion, while love, compassion, and a sense of universal responsibility are the sources of peace and happiness." He gets very basic. That's what I love about the Dalai Lama. What did he say?
That's right. It says, I'm a human being, you're a human being. Be a good human being, not a bad human being.
Alex did a painting of that quote with the Dalai Lama, actually, because it's like, it's about the life you love. Setting a power of intentions. So now we're going to do a little homework. Let's have some music, TJ. We're going to get ready for music. All right? So we're going to give a minute to write. And you don't have to write. You can just meditate on it if you want to. But we're going to set a powerful intention. Write a description of who you'd like to be. Just take a sentence, one sentence. Be concise. Begin each day consciously replacing negative thoughts with affirmations. Well, that's a thing for the future. Begin each day consciously replacing negative thoughts with affirmations. Honor your words. Create a vision board. Shift from therapy thinking, seeing yourself as flawed and needing to be fixed, to possibility thinking, intending the betterment of a well person. Anybody been thinking about their word of the year? People talk about a word of the year. You choose one word or phrase that will act like an anchor throughout the year. We've had a number of words over the years. I'm not sure what my word of the year is yet. I'm not ready to report. Are you? Did you have one?
I've chosen, but I don't want to influence everybody's
Okay,
choice.
good.
What
Good
I
idea.
what I want to say
Keep it
is
quiet.
that it's great sometimes to I'll tell you what we'd chosen in years past or something like.
Give us
like
an example.
One year we when someone introduced this thing to us, they suggested we use the word boundaries. Oh,
I thought that we needed
maybe
that.
we should,
Yeah.
or something,
Well, you do have to.
But
you
it's
do have to have
it's
that too.
yeah, it's whatever phase you're at in your life's journey or something. Sometimes you can summarize what you need for this year, in a word or something, and it's like it's a cool exercise. Give yourself some time to think about it.
There's lots of them, and if you need more suggestions so that you don't just be influenced by arrows anyway, you can always look that up. It's a great practice for the New Year's. Let's move for you. Well, how many people took the workshop today about the vision board? How many people? Look at you. All right. Well, see, a lot of people did not take this, and before I knew Perry, was doing the sigil aspect of the creating a life you love session. So sigils, though, Perry teaches it in the vision board session, and he does such a great job. He's such a fantastic artist, and we feel so lucky to have him giving that workshop year after year. So anyway, but sigils are symbols that you can make up a word or a phrase, like a 3-word, no more than 3 words, but basically, just a little word or a phrase with the thing that you want to change, transform, have, whatever it is that you want for yourself in your life. Make a symbol for it. And my symbol in this array is down on the bottom in the center. It's a little bit different color of white. And I did it as a drawing or painting. That's the thing that a lot of artists can do with that. And even if you're not an artist, you can be an artist like you were in nursery school. Just go for it. Like, make a symbol of your, thing, whatever it is, your item, we'll call it. And then, okay. So how do you arrive at that? Well, when we told you we had this incredible austerity going on with the raw food and everything to try to get this property, because this was really, for us, this was the one, and we really wanted to, and it was hard. So CoSM on the Hudson, that's what we called it. So the first thing you do is you omit all the small words like on the, forget those. Then you go CoSM Hudson, then you omit the vowels and all double letters so that you only have one of each letter. So we honed it down. The reason why we're giving you this is because we succeeded. So when you succeed, then you move on. You make a sigil for something else. But CMSHDS, that was the symbol that we used, and then we put it in an altar. We set our symbol on top of a Google map of this property, and we put it under a pyramid, and we put crystals like those pointed ones all towards it, and we put all of our power objects around it, and we rolled up money. I shouldn't tell you this. We rolled up money and we bled on it and we wrapped it in copper and we put it under the pyramid with it. So we went to that altar every day naked in the morning, and we said, what are we doing for this today? And then every night before we went to bed, we said, what have we done about this today, and what are we going to do tomorrow? So whatever else we were doing in our life, we were working for other people and and doing all kinds of, but we did this. So anyway, I'm just saying it looks a little extreme, but I do think that altars are helpful in helping to remind us of the commitments that we would really like to be making, whatever they are, and just to give that affirmative, hello in the morning and good night it's a nice, thing to approach. I bet how many people in here have altars? Is it just many people? I would think that quite a few people have altars, but sometimes you have altars, but you don't necessarily think of them as altars. And you could think of them a little more as altars, clean them up a little bit, dust them off a little bit. But you have your tchotchkes. See, people call them tchotchkes. They're not. They're power objects. If you really put only the things up that really mean something to you. So this is like little examples of our altars. We have a number of altars. I'm outing John. John, you let me do this before. John changes his altar often, but he has an exquisite altar that he doesn't mind you seeing, and it's just so beautiful. So I think it's nice. It's a nice place to go with your intentions. I put my sigil where I'm going to see it every day. So it is on my altar, which is right in my studio, right by my desk. So I do see it every day, but it's also on my treadmill. Put it where you open your eyes in the morning. I used to have it on my mirror in my where I put my makeup on. So you'd always see it. That's the thing, and it'll remind you of that thing, and you won't be able to get off it. You'll just be able to do something about it. So hold the vision. Affirm humanity's highest potential in your heart. Hold the vision of a world of peace and justice. Hold the vision of a healthy, whole web of life. Hold the vision of love and wisdom.
Every day we can be present to our sense of each energy center. So being conscious of this map, even if you, quote, don't believe in chakras or something, I think is still a worthwhile way of looking at the human. We have a physical body, and how can you best care for it? It's kind of like manifest in the lower chakra. These drawings are from our body and soul exercise that we've done over the years and that we offer as a workshop here. So that's where they're from. And Allison's amazing watercolors here. So the
Your amazing watercolor here.
So the second chakra is your own kind of like sexual and emotional center. It's like, how can you best work with that energy, this year in your life? Like what's the lesson that you learn there and that you want to apply? And the third chakra is your solar plexus. It's right before your heart, and it's basically your intellect, and so. What do you want to read about? What do you want to learn? Is there something in your intellectual life that you want to check out more deeply? It's like what are you tuning into? What wavelength of intelligence are you working with? And then you come up to the fourth chakra. It's kind of in between everything. If you think of 7 chakras, it's like the midpoint is like where it opens up from you into the world, and suddenly you're open, and you have a connection with nature, and maybe your devotional life. Your connection with spirit somehow. Which what do you heartfully feel connected to, and basically committed to. And at the 5th chakra, then basically you're working for spirit. You're working with spirit somehow to invoke or to pray but you're also inviting spirit to work through you. And the voice of authority becomes the voice of spirit, or the voice of what your soul purpose is. And what does spirit want to do through you? What's the right speech? And what does spirit want you to see this year in your third eye? Where are you seeing? Where's spirit leading you? Being open to that, I think, as visionary artists is something that, we aspire to, every day that we can, while being grounded in the world. That's the whole challenge. How can you open up all your centers and be shielded enough to walk around in the world, But you have to imagine that you're capable and that you have a strong aura, you have a strong field. In your union with however you can say, conceive of spirit, God, primordial, perfection, whatever name you want to give it, how can you further your spiritual life? What does spirit want? How does spirit want you to live? And how can I live in the light of the divine, every day? Maybe you have a practice. Maybe your creative practice, maybe your meditative practice,
Maybe your living practice, like the Dzogchen, like you're living in mindfulness continually. You're brushing your teeth in mindfulness, you're doing the dishes in mindfulness. You put that kind of energy into all the acts of your life as much as you can remember to.
Right.
And then you get better at it.
Can
So
you
that's-
awaken while you're painting? Or
Yeah.
while you're doing some other thing, but able to see yourself doing it, like work with your consciousness and, imagine the best you can.
Yeah. Sense your aliveness, sense your aliveness and celebrate it as often as you can remember. It's just a practice. Well, I think that was it. That was the last
Yay.
slide. Well,
Yay.
we got through the chakras, and and I hope that you all got something out of. No, we do a body and soul drawing intensive twice a year with the chakras, where we highlight every chakra, and that's where Alex has just hundreds of those drawings from. Well, we did it almost
30 years.
Over 30 years. We've done it all over the world too, with people and models, and it's a great ritual. So if you, we do figure drawing every month, so you can come, and most of the time Alex and I are there. So and join us. It's a ball. It's wonderful to draw the figure. I don't use it in my work. But as you can see, my work makes such a wonderful ground. It's a field. A lot of my pieces are like a swatch of an infinite field. It's meant to be seen through a golden window, because you can only see a little swatch of it as an artist. And so I just and it's a frozen moment of a thing in motion. This is my psychedelic vision was of, and has been, successively, is basically a field, a vast vista of fountains and drains, sucking and blowing, that kind of imagery flattened to a single moment.
Well, we say our common language is transcendental light.
That's right.
And so
Thank you.
now, something that we have done in our ceremonies is a common mantra.
Right.
That is from the Tibetan Buddhist tradition. It's the mantra Ah, and the Ah it's a symbol of your own enlightened, liberated state. And their whole idea is that we're already liberated, except we don't recognize it. you know, it's not like Buddha nature suddenly occurs once you discover it. It's already there. It's been there since, you know, the beginning, whatever that is. And so you can discover that it's something that is already there. But their sound for it is the ah. So let's say 3 ahs.
I like to say primordial perfection, though.
Mhm.
That is
Yeah.
your primordial perfection. That's
Exactly.
what the ah is meant
You're-
to mean. Yeah.
You're affirming it on both levels of body, mind, and spirit. So
All right. So we'll just stay where we are. Just comfy. Here we go. 3 ahs.
works for me.
Wow, me too. That was really, that's so awesome.
Really nice.
Oh,
well,
we got some more stuff coming up, though.
yeah.
We have some really interesting and
got
exciting
a little,
things. Well,
change
let's see.
of,
Let's just yes, we
over to our musical
looky.
guest
What do we have
tonight.
over here?
Yes.
It's a whole thing, but we're expected to just stay right where we are, aren't we, Alexa?
Yeah.
Okay, we're not moving an inch. I get to be right
Well, you
on
could
the stage with
introduce
the music.
yourself to someone you didn't meet here tonight.
Let's do that
for a
while we
moment.
change the set.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody find somebody right around you that you haven't introduced yourself to yet. Now, get to know each other. Turn around, there's somebody behind you. Hi. So you're gonna do some.
Yeah, I was gonna move down to Alexis, lay down there, and then.
Josh Hines. All right, I'm gonna read. So how are you gonna get the crowd here?
So, I'll just play an original song.
Woo!
All right, friends, let's come back together. We've got a musical interlude.
That's a good way.
Come and listen to our friend Josh Hines.
Josh Hines is going to do some music for you tonight, and then he's going to have a program afterwards. It's a vocal experience, I'll tell you, and so drop into what Josh is doing after the program as well. Here he is.
Oh, so I'll play an original song here called Luna. My favorite moth is the Luna moth. You guys familiar with the Luna moth? Yeah, it's my favorite. So I was in between two songs to play about the Luna moth, and we'll go with this one for now. Lovely, lovely dove, sing to me when morning comes and I'll surely listen up. Tiptoe gently on, feel the moss between your toes and let it soak you up. If you were my spring, I'd drink you up. If you were my spring, I'd drink you up. If you were my spring, I'd drink you up. Drop for drop. If you were my spring, I'd drink you up. Trust me, love. I'll give you all I've got to give. You give me all you've got. Breathe in, breathe out. Oh, oh, oh. Take it all in again. Don't let it be forgot. If you were my spring, I'd drink you up. If you were my spring, I'd drink you up. If you were my spring, I'd drink you up. Drop for drop. If you were my spring, I'd drink you up. Drop for drop. The garden needs tending, and we're the ones for the job. Oh, trust me, loves. The garden needs tending, and we're the ones for the job. The garden needs tending, and we're the ones for the job. Oh, trust me, loves. The garden needs tending, and we're the ones for the job. If you were my spring, I'd drink you up. If you were my spring, I'd drink you up. If you were my spring, I'd drink you up. Drop for drop. If you were my spring, I'd drink you up. Oh, trust me, love. Time for one more? Yeah. So I don't have to tune. Or tune too much. It's so good to be back. Thank you. Thank you.
It's so nice. I don't have a mic, so I can't really talk about it. Oh, there we are. So Josh Hines has been here before, and since then you were telling me that you are coming out of Australia. No, Hawaii.
Egypt.
Egypt. Oh, that was what it was.
Yeah.
Egypt. You were just there for a limited time, or
It was a month in Egypt.
a month in Egypt?
3 weeks in India.
Wow.
Yeah, Egypt was incredible.
And so
And a
you
lot
have
of
the kind
energy.
of so you have at some point you should tell people what you're going to be doing in the rest of the evening here. What was it going to be like?
Yeah, so
Josh.
I'll be sharing a bunch of stories and more original songs. And then I'll be sharing towards the end this vocal sounding practice called Pravada sound. And Pravada means truth. And it's a living sounding practice. So essentially what we'll be doing is dropping in with intentions and sound and listening for the sounds of those intentions and then sending them out. So it's a space of setting intention and connecting to the heart that's beyond words. So if you want to space out and set some intentions together, we'll do that later on tonight after I'll play a few more songs later on. Yeah, it's a modality I've been working with my mentor, Nina Spiro Umai, for like 10 years. She's like, hey, you really need to share this. You really got to go share this. I'm like, okay. Yeah, this next one's called Goddess of Midnight Tears. It is a song that came to me in a dream through visions. I was at this temple somewhere in Mexico, but they were looking for water. Anyways, I'll let this song share the rest. It's called Goddess of Midnight Tears. Also about a Luna moth. I will climb the stairs of crystal, take a seat in the bloodstone chair. Whoop, I forgot that line. Let me try it again. I will climb the stairs of crystal, take a seat in the bloodstone chair, for I belong there. Crystal skulls lit on the table, my heart is full and grateful. My God put me here. My dear, my dear, my dear, my dear. On my back I watch the moth fall, moss green spiral, blind in sunlight, clasping right hand limb of air. Sunken teeth, she shared her poison. Digging deep, I feel the burning goddess of midnight tears. My dear, my dear, my dear, my dear. My dear, my dear, my dear, my dear.
Josh, your work is just beyond. It's ineffable, really. I think it's beyond description. It doesn't fit into any categories that I know of. So I'm really impressed with your uniqueness and the way I felt when I was listening to you. So thank you. And I'm just impressed consistently at the quality of performers that are attracted to doing this for us, with us. And I want to thank one person who has really upped the level of our delivery, and that is Alexa Spatafora. She is a Wonder Woman, okay? Just let me know. I mean, she came here as a graphic designer and does all of a lot of design work here, but she is in charge of programming, and it's a great pleasure that you have brought Josh here. I'm so I know, but you know what good is, and I'm so lucky. We're so lucky that you do. So anyway, we're going to probably bring Alexa up next. Is that?
A couple blessings declarations.
Oh, we're going to do the blessings and declarations first. All right. Well,
Thank you, Josh, and
Josh,
we
we're
look
so-
forward to your
Yeah,
come
after
back
party.
after this. Yeah.
yeah, don't miss it. It's right here in the library. So cozy. And right now we're gonna do one of our seats. Oh my God. Yeah, we're usually in the Great Hall, as you know, but it's January is a time of intimacy, and we feel very honored that you folks who have been having New Year's celebrations and all kinds of things, and so much holidays, and so cold out there, and you came, and so we're so delighted with the people who are here and those who are tuning in from all over the world. And we do have people from all over the world.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about them later.
Well, thank you for that little blessing you did at the beginning there, Allyson. And now we have a session, as Alexa said, blessings and declarations.
Yes, this is the
Now,
blessings and declarations.
If you
that's right.
have been here previously, you know what this means. It's about we like to keep it to about a minute, and it's not an advertisement, but it is a way for you to declare something, to either bless someone in your life or something in general or some intention that you want to share, or a declaration about a creative project or something like that. And
Because
so
when you
it's-
declare something in the presence of others that really, really support you, it empowers that intention, whatever it is. Okay, so if you have a declaration, that's great too.
Hey, here.
So Alexa's here with the mic.
Hello, everyone. My name's Jonah. I'm with my wife, Bird, coming down from Maine, and we're really honored to be here at CoSM. And we're declaring and co-creating the Earth Art Sanctuary up on our farm in Maine, which is going to be a space for earth art, earth mandalas, contemplation, meditation. And we've been really inspired by the vision here at Entheon. And we held a new moon visioning session in October where this idea was birthed. And we're holding a new moon visioning in January where we're going to be continuing to grow that idea in community with others. And so we're declaring our intention to create the Earth Art Sanctuary and bringing the energy of CoSM and Entheon into the forests in Maine. So
So beautiful. Thank
we
you.
So honor you
when
and the mission that you are on. And look, you made some art
Awesome.
today.
yeah, and while you were sharing the vision of Entheon, I drew this first image here. I'll show it back to the video screen. Yeah. Of Earth Art Sanctuary and just bringing that energy. And so drawing that here and bringing that energy into our yurt in Maine, where we'll be holding the new moon visioning in 2 weeks.
Well, let me just say that you are a great advertisement for our art church, which we have tomorrow, because this is the kind of thing that we do. We listen to music, beautiful music playlists. We talk about the theme a little bit, but we have a silent period where we just draw and listen to this music, and we do this together with our friends from Maine here. And so we see them month after month, and we have many friends like this. I don't know how many of you remember Esther, but she's still she's gone, but she still helps us, and she's with us. So, we have friends there for long periods of time. Well, since COVID. So, anyway, come to our church in person or on Zoom.
Okay, now blessings
Blessings and
and
declarations.
declarations,
Yeah.
everyone.
Here we go. Here's somebody right over here.
Yeah.
Okay, we're
You
Here
might
we go.
have to pass the mic. Yeah, pass it on down.
Thanks. Hi, I'm Crystal Lee, and I want
want to declare continuation on plant medicine study and carrying an ancient plant wisdom that has been passed down to me, and blessings for all beings everywhere, that, you know, we can receive the healing, but also we live our lives in a way where just the way we live our lives is a healing to all those who witness it.
Thank you. Oh, how beautiful.
Wow.
I'm over here now.
Okay, anyone with a blessing or a declaration in the house? There's somebody. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Diana. I am from Mexico. I am recovering from spine surgery in the past 2 years, and I have found out that I have a native spirit who walks with me as he did with my great-grandfather. And so I declare now my initiation as an indigenous healer for my people and the earth.
Aho.
Aho. Mm.
Hi, my name is Anka, and this year I'm gonna start putting creating with my friend the basis for the magic medical healing center and school, which is gonna be doing medicine in a different way, combining the traditional medicine with therapy, with plant medicine, and with healing services. And it will be membership base, and also will be voluntary base. So and
Maybe
the school
so.
will be different.
Oh, the school too.
Yes, school will be. I disagree with the way school is now. My son is 8, and I need something else for him.
Yeah, start your own school. There,
Yeah.
a lot of people are homeschooling. Really.
I don't like homeschooling.
But
either.
but in any case, we won't get down into that. Come talk to me though afterwards. I'd love to hear about
Okay.
it. Okay.
Thank you,
And we
Anka.
bless you.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
let it be so.
Great project.
Yeah.
Mm. Powerful.
Okay. Who else? Somebody? Oh, there's somebody all the way. Pass it on over.
Okay.
There you go. Still have to have the mic because they're the people out in the world won't hear you. Yeah. There we go.
Hi, thank you.
Hey.
I am Opal. I previously went by Sam. 2025 was a pretty hard year for a lot of us, but 2026 brings new opportunities and hopefully a lot of new friends. And I am at the center of a lot of artistic things happening, and really excited to be watching a band that I'm a part of popping off, and a tattoo that I do also growing, and I just hope that for myself and for my community and my friends that continues to grow. It would be really beautiful. That's all.
Thank you, Opal. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Opal.
Okay, who now is Katie
Kate.
around?
Take one from the World Wide
take-
Web, I think.
Take one from the World Wide Web. Okay, where's Katie? There she is.
Hi, guys. Hi. Yes, I've been chatting with our online community. It's always fun to see how far people are viewing from. We have friends in Australia and Canada and Germany, Great Britain, Portugal, London, so many. And in the back of our room, the audiovisual team is making it possible. So give them some love one more time. I'll read one from the chat tonight. Someone named Peaceful Penguin shared a quote. They said, "We do not walk alone. We walk together with every person whose heart has opened to peace, whose spirit has chosen kindness, whose daily life has become a garden where understanding grows." Beautiful. Thank you, everybody.
It is a blessing. That is definitely a blessing. It's nice to get a blessing. Well, tonight, we may be thinking of loved ones, maybe even ourselves, who might be suffering distress in body or mind. Every CoSM full moon, we take a few moments to turn inside and hold in our heart those that might benefit from a healing prayer. To strengthen this blessing, recall the name of your loved one as we pray.
Great Spirit, thank you for blessing us with this day and for our precious body and soul. We feel the light of Spirit shining in our hearts, and as we breathe, a glow expands to surround us like a luminous sphere.
The brightness in our hearts magnifies as we join together in a gleaming web with countless others around the world, a luminous net of beings. From the superabundance of our combined energy field, we envision rays of healing light surrounding and protecting us, our friends, and our family.
May the light shine on all who need healing. May Spirit renew each soul with creative power to rebuild stronger and weave peace and harmony across the earth. May the water, air, fire, and earth be purified, and the web of life be strong and resilient.
Together we say, Amen.
Well, some who are with us may be grieving the loss of a family member or a friend. We send our deep condolences to all who are in mourning. We acknowledge the sacred space of sorrow and compassion that we carry for all those suffering on our planet. Remembering the brevity of life, we appreciate the beauty of every precious day.
Almighty Spirit, we remember the souls of beloved ones who have passed on. Cherishing them in our heart, they remain close. To evoke their memory, recall their names as we reflect together for a moment in silent prayer, sending a wave of love from our being to theirs. And together we can say, may their memory be a blessing. Beautiful. So great to take a moment, once in a while to remember all those folks. But now, I think we can have future news with Alexa. There she is. I'm not used to where we all are, but here she comes now. Do you have a mic? You're going to stand.
I have a mic.
Okay, good.
Thanks for that nice thing you said
It's been
earlier.
juicy tonight already. It's
I know.
been so. This is exactly what we wanted.
Exactly.
It's nice, warm. Now the fire. How's the fire doing, gals?
We got a little pep in its
happening,
step.
it's happening.
We don't want to be too hot. For those
we were
folks sitting right next to it.
It started in our living room 23 years ago. So we're a living room church.
But we don't have we didn't have a fireplace then, and look at us now.
We've got two of them.
Got them on the
There's
other
one
side.
over there too.
Yeah.
What's up? How we doing? Can we just give a round of applause for our staff?
Oh yeah.
Because I quite literally couldn't do any of this without them, or you two.
And our gentle giants.
Our gentle giants, yeah, our peacekeepers, our amazing, brilliant security team. We love them. And they're here to keep you safe tonight. We hope you have a good time. We're just getting started. Beautiful presentation. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Josh Hines, for just serenading our souls. I'm so glad you're going to be doing that for another couple hours.
Woo.
because the ceremony is just part one of the journey. We're going to do a little set change. We haven't done this in a while because we haven't done one of these in here in a while, but what we're going to do when we're done, we're going to keep some of these backjacks down, I think, right? We like a little backjack action, but our team's going to clear out some of these chairs. We got some amazing live painters tonight. Give it up for our general manager and amazing painter, Hillary Astrid. She's going to be pushing some pigments. And we also got Beacon Local and my dear friend Chris Sams in the house as well. I see you back there. What's up, Shotty? You looking good tonight. They're going to be painting right by the gongs over here. We also got, you guys can make art if you'd like. We have an interactive art table that's going to be set up in the parlor right over there. And we also have Good Juju with Juju. Jewel, she's doing some numerology readings tonight. There she is. Wave. Hello. Isn't she gorgeous? We love you, darling. You can sign up for a 15-minute reading and a 15-minute reading where you talk about your name and your birth date, and we talk shop about, I mean, I don't do any talking. She's doing all the talking, but we talk about numbers and how that relates to your life path, and you can sign up for that in the Gray House shop. We're very excited about it. It's going to be stationed also in the parlor. Josh Hines, as I mentioned, will...
It's like a spiritual... It's a
please.
spiritually sensitive person that uses numbers to talk to you about things in your life.
Yep.
Anything that you want for your life. It's a confidential meeting with someone to who is sensitive to this and with experience. And we know because of Alexa, you've always select such beautiful and amazing people.
Well, thank you. I mean,
I think that's a
the
talent.
perfect people are coming to us always. And then I just say, hey, if you are actually interested in offering anything, you can go to CoSM.org, and there's a tab that says Get Involved, and there's another link. It's a whole click path. But then you go to Perform and Present, and you can submit an application to offer something. You know, send us your best stuff,
okay,
really.
We want to see, this is what you have to be to do this, is to be good. And you have to have a reel that shows it. You know what I mean? It's like put yourself on tape. That's something that you do if you are a professional performer, and that's the level that we're looking for. It's not that you have all the won Oscars and everything. It's really the tape that you can provide us and how it fits well into our program that Alexa brilliantly puts together. So
Thank you.
show her what you can do. I'm
Show
tuning
me
in.
what you've got.
Alex and I are tuned into it. We're on the committee.
Yeah. We all come together, and we're really excited about 2026 and continuing to bring cool music acts, artful acts. We're constantly trying to raise the bar. So if you got an installation or something that you think would be a good fit here, well, talk to me today if you want. I'll be hanging out and maybe send something in, and we'll take a look-see. I don't know if you're hungry. Switching over to the munchies, we got a mushroom cafe up in this BZ. Has anybody had any snacks from there today? Okay, well, get back in there and get some more snacks because it's going to be open till midnight. And we also have a gift shop, which is super rad. There's like some really unique consignment items in there. Definitely go check that out, hang out with people. Like Allyson said, we have our wonderful gentle giants here. We also have a dedicated team of individuals who just want you to have a good experience. So if at any point you're like, I need to sit down somewhere else, or I need to talk to somebody, or I just need a moment to breathe or ground out, find somebody with a staff badge, find myself, anybody. We want you to have a good time. We want you to feel safe and happy. We got water stations, so drink water. It's good. It's good stuff, I love water, dude. Some people are like, water's gross. I'm like, I don't understand it. It's so bomb. It's the bomb. So we also
water here is holy water because it's groundwater
it's well
under
water.
a church.
Yeah, we ain't connected
And
to
it
that.
has been a church. It was
Yeah.
a church before we bought it from a church. So
Yeah.
it's been a church for a long time.
We don't need that.
And probably
no
a sacred
municipal.
site back down to the Wappinger native people.
I know. So no municipal water up in here. Okay, we have that well water. Drink it. Okay. I'm a little parched myself. Okay, what else do I got on my list? Flipping to the other side. You already mentioned our church. That's going to be great. I don't know.
You got to go to our church.
We got any members in the house? CoSM members? Hell yeah. We do free full moon gatherings for members now in 2026, so thanks for utilizing that perk. It's going to be here all year. And if you're interested in membership, you can sign up in the Gray House shop. We have amazing workshops coming up. I have to talk about them. We're doing shameless plugs today, folks, because we love our workshops. Genevieve, our workshop coordinator, she's just amazing. We've been working our little tushies off, getting those up for next year. We have an amazing lineup.
Who's coming?
Well, you two are here for starters.
Well, the deadlines for the Visionary Art Intensive and the Visionary Painting Intensive are coming up in a couple of weeks, and it's two of the opportunities that Alex and I have to really get down with a very intimate group of people, 22 people. So if you want to be the Visionary Painting Intensive is for advanced and experienced painters.
Yes.
So it's usually, we're selecting portfolios. So if you have 3 good paintings and you consider yourself experienced, just apply. You can also apply, even at the same time, to the Visionary Art Intensive, which is a completely different experience. It is a image-generating workshop where we do lots of drawings, a little bit more like Art Church on steroids. We just have lots of different experiences and different things that we do to generate ideas, and then we come together and talk about that. So we do a little bit of art history, a lot of elements of design, things like that. But this is for experienced artists. You don't have to be a painter to be in the art intensive. You can be a muralist. You can be but the painting intensive is for painters. So anyway, we also have my workshop, my Start a Painting workshop is coming up in March.
That kicks off the whole season.
Yes. So I love teaching that, but it's really just not me. It's everybody teaching each other, and we do have I think 4 or 5 guest artists, including my best friend. He will be there to show how he starts a painting, and there's other artists that will talk about the various ways, because there's many ways to start a painting as there are artists. So that's just what we do. We get together, and if you've painted 100 paintings, never painted, come and paint your first painting with us if you want to.
Do it.
But we have people that are very, very experienced, but you have to be sort of committed. You want to be committed.
Don't half-ass it.
There's only 22 spots in the class.
Yeah.
So that's
It's
that's
like
how many can
camp.
fit in there, and we all stay here.
Yeah.
Well, you guys do. I go home.
This is a totally random thing that I just remembered that I'm supposed to make an announcement about. Is we got some dorm beds available tonight
Oh
for
my
rent.
God! You can stay over like a pajama
You can stay over
party.
tonight, PJs, if you want.
Let somebody know if you want to.
Let us know if you want to crash. Stay over. We got some beds available for rent, and you can rent beds when you sign up for that workshop that you're going to do. I'm going to read these off rapid fire in no particular order because for whatever reason I didn't put it in any particular order, but here we go. We got Sacred Geometry, Portals, Practice, and Philosophy with David Heskin and Aloria Weaver. We got Mixed Tech Mystics, Mish Technique, and Sci Tech with Amanda Sage and Joe Bob Merritt. Mish Technique is very cool.
Well, Amanda Sage is one of the greatest visionary artists
She's
alive
the best.
today.
She's a board member. She's a G.
All the teachers that I think are coming are outstanding. I'm so impressed by the.
Oh my
We
God!
have Miles Johnston coming.
Miles Johnson is doing a foundational drawing workshop. Nessie Gomez, she's doing a 1-day vocal workshop and will be our music performer for the April full moon. We got a mandala drawing workshop with our beloved board members, Rosie and Dr. Mike.
You're going to love them.
We got Ben Ridgway doing a digital sculpting course with ZBrush. I'm taking that.
Me too.
And I think Trevor's going to take it too. He doesn't know that I just said that, but I'm going to tell him that he should take it. We have another drawing class with Patricia Watwood. We have Chris Dyer.
She's amazing. She teaches at the New York Studio School.
Yeah, oh my God. Just go on our website and look at these beautiful event
You want
pages.
to learn to be a realist painter?
Get on that website. Look at these event pages. We love them. There's pictures. There's information. We got Chris Dyer coming back too. He's going to do his painting creative momentum soul stylistics class. And
Can I say one thing about Chris Dyer?
Please
when you go in the Mushroom Cafe,
Oh, yeah.
notice that there are 22, 25 artists that are tattooed, including Alex and I, that Mushroom Cafe. And there's there are cards. I'm just giving this secret. There's a little pack of cards underneath the counter there where you can take them out and you can look at like who belongs to what and what kind of work it is. But you should see Chris Dyer's. His are crazy, and he's
Yeah,
he's
his
a
are the
crazy
ones that have like the guy that's like what, like the eyes are just
trolls
popping.
and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Anyway,
so
look
don't
He
for
forget.
said
it.
you got a mushroom cafe, but there's no one eating mushrooms. I'm going to make a little guy eating mushrooms.
Yeah,
So
he has done that. Yeah.
So
he-
he's got
great.
one where it's like,
Now
and
we
then
have
there's
it.
another one that's like, whoa.
Anyway, we
he's
want you
looking
to enjoy
crazy.
everything here.
Yeah, just
And we're-
enjoy it all. Have a good night. Chris is also doing a visionary graffiti class too one day, and Derek von Schoten's going to teach some. We haven't even released them all. This is what I'm trying to say to you. I could just stand up here all night, but we want you to be creatively inspired and jazzed about it, okay? And tonight we're going to be jazzed, and we're so excited that you're here. I'm going to let you guys close it out.
Thank you,
And then
Alexa.
we'll keep it going.
Future
Okay,
news.
thank
Thank
you.
you so much, Alexa. Well, we call this the benediction or the closing prayer. You ready for that?
Sure. Dedication to love. From the core of our hearts, we dedicate ourselves to the complete and full expression of love in all our activities and in all our relationships.
Love is the soul's medicine, a refuge in our hearts, protecting us from utter despair. Finding compassion in the eyes of the beloved and the stranger gives us the courage to endure.
May love sensitize us with care and wisdom. May love help heal the sickness and wounds of life. May love enable us to forgive and accept ourselves.
May love enable us to forgive and accept each other. May love help us overcome our cruelty, our bitterness, our greed and jealousy, our ignorance and delusion.
May love rule our hearts and minds, directing us to reach out, doing our best to benefit others, to heal suffering, to give gifts, to create beauty in the infinite network that is our world.
A heart of loving kindness pours creative grace into the world to alleviate pain and mend the heart net. To the healing art of love, we dedicate ourselves.
May any merit generated by this gathering be offered to the benefit and liberation of all beings. Happy
full moon. Hey!